for today's practice, you guys, we're going to need either a yoga strap or a hand towel, something that you can help with an arm bind. So we are going to be working on some twists and binds today. And if you have tight shoulders like I do, a strap or a towel will help you bridge that gap. So sometimes when I come into a bind, you know, I can't quite reach my fingertips, so the strap helps me to accomplish that. Take your hands into your lap and close your eyes down. And just take a few deep breaths in and out of your nose. Start to turn on your Ujjayi breath. So this is where you just create a slight restriction in the back of your throat. And you keep the breath in and out of your nose. And with that little restriction in the back of your throat, you can hear your breath a little bit richer in your head. And people around you too can hear it. Nice and rich sound. So breathe in. Breathe out. It's almost like Darth Vader is walking into the room. For all the Star Wars fans, and even if you're not a fan, you can probably imagine that sound right in your head. And as you keep cultivating this Ujjayi breath, just let the breath flow easily from inhale to exhale, right? There's no real pause at the beginning or the end. It's just continuous breath. As soon as your inhale is complete, the exhale starts. And as soon as your exhale is complete, the inhale starts. And try to keep your jaw and your throat relaxed. Right? So you're not tightening up the jaw, you're not squeezing the throat. It's just a very slight restriction in the back of your throat. Like if you were to fog up a mirror, like go, it's that type of action. Right? So breathing in, breathing out. Take a few more rounds of Ujjayi breath, that continuous breath with no pause. Now keeping your eyes closed, stay with that Ujjayi breath. But now as you inhale, lift your collarbones up, so you'll be doing a cat-cow, seated cat-cow with your eyes closed. Exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin to your chest, and then sit back a little bit on your sits bones. Hands on your knees to support you. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. 3 more like that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Last one, lift your collarbones as high as you can. Exhale, round. Pull your belly button in. And then inhale, come into a straight spine, lifting the crown of your head up towards the ceiling. Keep your eyes closed. Breathe in, lengthen up a little bit more. Exhale, draw your belly button in, twist to your right. Stay with your Ujjayi breath. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, draw the belly button in, twist to your left. Inhale. Coming out of the twist, exhale, turn to your right. So we're just gonna go from side to side, using your Ujjayi breath to move you. Exhale, twist to your left. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to your right. Keep going on your own. One more time, side to side. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to your right. Eyes are still closed. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to your left. Good. Inhale, come to center. And then blink open your eyes and bring your arms up as you inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart center. We'll just do a few of those to get the shoulder joint moving. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, reach out and up. Maybe look up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Take your left hand down, right arm up and over. Let's do side body stretch. Inhale, come up to center. Exhale, right hand down, left arm up and over. So when we think about, we're just going to go side to side now. And as we contemplate our arm binds, right, if we can get the torso nicely stretched out, the easier our binds will be. And we'll incorporate a lot of twists today. That twisting action for the spine can help us get into our arm binds easier. So we're going to concentrate a lot in just the torso today. And one more time, side to side. Keep your Ujjayi breath on. Good. Come to center, reach your arms up. Exhale, take your hands to your heart center. Go ahead and grab your strap or your towel. And just take that behind you. So you're going to grab the strap with both hands. Turn around a little bit so you can see. So you're just going to take it like that. Sit up nice and tall and squeeze your shoulder blades in. And then you're actively trying to pull the strap apart behind you. So there's a few things that are happening. Collarbones are lifting, shoulder blades squeezing in, and then get active here in your arms by pulling apart the strap or the towel. It's not going to come apart. You're still creating that action as if. Come back to Ujjayi breath. One more breath here. And then release the strap. Bring your hands forward. Interlace your fingers and press your palms forward. Tuck your chin into your chest. So the spine is rounding forward here. Inhale, bring your arms up overhead. Try to get your upper arm bones back behind your ears. Exhale, take your hands behind you, interlace the fingers now. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Lift your chin. Exhale, come forward. Interlace the fingers and press your palms forward. And then take your hands in your lap. Let's come on to hands and knees. So hands here are shoulder width apart, knees hips distance apart. And if you want a blanket to pad the knees, go ahead and put something down for yourself. Take your right foot back. So just push your toes into the floor and press your heel to the back of the room. Just creating a little stretch here. Draw your belly in. And then go to the other side. Take the right foot back behind you. Push your toes down. Push the ball mound of your toes down. Heel presses back. Still an Ujjayi breath. Take the left knee down. Now take your right foot back behind you, so heel's going to stay in line with your hip here. Keep drawing your belly in, reach your left hand forward. So just stretching long here, and let your gaze come forward, if that's okay for your neck. If not, you're just going to look straight down. And then take both your hand and your knee down. Let's go to the other side. Left foot goes back, heel stays in line with your hip. Draw the belly in, and then right hand forward. So your gaze can be down at the floor or a little bit forward. One more breath here. And then take it down. Now we'll alternate with our breath. Inhale, take the right foot back, left hand forward. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze your back muscles. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, right hand forward, left foot back, flex that left foot. Exhale, take it down. Alternate side to side. Right hand or right foot, left hand. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, left foot, right hand. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, right foot, left hand. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, left foot, right hand, reach them long. Exhale. Do that 2 more times, side to side, keeping your Ujjayi breath on, nice and strong. One more time. Good, now come down into child's pose, big toes touch. Knees wide, forehead down, and let your hips settle in. Now we'll look up towards your hands. Take your right arm out to the side and thread it underneath the left. So landing on your right shoulder, right side of your head. Breathe here. And then take your left arm up. So you're beginning to twist more in the spine. And you might come up from your hips a little bit, right? The hips might pick up. That's okay. Breathe in. Exhale, take your left arm behind you. Trying to grab for your right hip or your thigh, whatever you can grab. Now press down into your right shoulder. Squeeze the shoulder blades in towards the spine, especially your left shoulder blade. You want to start to turn your chest towards the left side of the room. Stay here and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Unwind your left arm, reach it up, and then take it forward. And we'll go to the other side. So reaching forward, take your left arm out to the side, thread it underneath the right.
So here we land on our left shoulder, left side of the head. Your right arm is forward to start, and just take a couple breaths here, letting the hips still sink down towards your heels. And as you inhale, take your right arm up. Maybe your hips will lift up a little bit. Keep pressing down into your left shoulder. And then squeeze your right shoulder blade in towards the spine. Then take your right arm behind you. And so it's going to go behind your back, kind of searching for your left hip, your left thigh. Keep working the chest, opening towards the right side of the room. Ujjayi breath is on. Now as you inhale, unwind your right arm, reach it up. Exhale, reach it forward.
Coming back onto your hands and knees. Hands here, shoulder width apart again, knees hips distance apart. Let's go right into a few cat-cows just to kind of bring movement back in a different direction for the spine. Inhaling, pull your chest forward, lift your sits bones up. Exhale, round the spine, draw the belly button in nice and tight. Inhale. And exhale. Let's do one more round of cat-cow. And then come to a neutral spine here. Curl the toes under, lift your hips, coming into downward facing dog. And go ahead and pedal your feet. And then come to stillness. Look forward, walk your feet to your hands. Come over in ragdoll pose. All right, so your feet here, hips distance apart. Grab opposite elbows and let your head drop. So into the warm up here. Heating the body up. And let your head drop. Feeling that stretch happening through the hips, hamstrings, lower back. Even my calves are getting into it, so that's good. Take one more breath in the forward fold. And then as you exhale, bring your hands down to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, reach up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Let's do a couple lunges here. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, take your right foot back. Your right knee down. Coming into a low lunge here. Draw your belly in, lift your collarbones up. Exhale, take your hands behind you and interlace your fingers. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. So you can lift your collarbones a little bit more, taking this into a little back bend. And go back as far as your body says is okay. 2 more breaths. Keep the Ujjayi breath on. And as you exhale, come forward. Go ahead and take your left hand over to the right hip and squeeze the shoulder blades together. Keep your right hand where it is, or say your left hand where it is. Take your right hand to the left knee
And twisting here. Sit up nice and tall on your spine. Breathe in. And breathe out. Come forward. Reach your arms up. Inhale. Exhale. Take your hands down. Left foot goes back to meet the right. High plank. Bend your knees, bend your elbows, and then lower knees, chest, chin to the floor. Everything hits at the same time. Come into a baby cobra. Lifting your chest. Squeeze those shoulder blades in. One more breath here. Let's go into a downward facing dog. And then as you look forward, step the right foot forward, your left knee comes down, coming into your lunge here. Draw the belly in, reach the arms up, lift your collarbones. And then take the hands behind you, interlace your fingers. Try to change your grasp. So I normally grasp like this, my left index finger is on top. I'm going to change it, so now my right index finger is on top. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Lift your heart. Maybe take it into a back bend. You don't have to. Right? Concentrate on squeezing the shoulder blades in and down. And as you do that, you'll naturally create some portion of a back bend. Might not be a big one. Doesn't have to be. Keep your chin tucked into your throat. Unless it feels good to lift and go back. Up to you. Breathe in. Breathe out. Try to keep your Ujjayi breath. Ujjayi breath. Come out of it a little bit. One more breath. Good. Now come forward. Now you're taking your right hand to the left side waist or the hip. Right, so your spine and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Then take your left hand to the outside of your right leg, coming into an upright twist. Nice deep breath. One more inhale. One more exhale, deepen your twist. And then unwind, inhale, reach up. Exhale, take the hands down. Curl the back toes under, lift the left knee. Big step forward and fold over your legs. Go ahead and grab opposite elbows again. Stretch out to the back. Letting gravity take you. And then release your hands to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, reach up. Exhale, take your hands to your heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, take your right foot back. Keep the knee lifted, coming into a crescent lunge. So our arms are going to reach up here. Think about your legs. You want to scissor the legs together, so you're trying to pull like the inner thighs together. It's like this action, right? Creating just a stronger connection here in your legs. Breathe in, reach your arms up. Exhale, sink into your front knee a little bit more. So trying to create 90 degrees here in the front knee. One more inhale. Exhale, take your hands to your heart center and then twist, like reaching out with the side waist to create this twist. So you hook the right elbow to the outside of the left thigh. Press your palms together and then turn your torso to the left side of the room. Keep your back leg strong. So squeeze those leg muscles in and then open your arms. Squeeze up left shoulder blade in towards the spine.
Then take this top hand and reach it behind you, grabbing for your hip. All right, we did this before. I'm gonna fall over here. We did this before, right, when we were doing our child's pose twist. Now we're just balancing, standing on our feet. Breathe in. Let it go. And then lift your left arm up. Bring the palms together. As you inhale, come up, back into a crescent lunge. Maybe go back a little bit. Exhale, hands down, high plank. Shift forward on the toes, low plank. These can be down or up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. How are you guys doing? Breathe in. And breathe out. Look forward. Step your right foot forward. Crescent lunge, other side. Reach the arms up to start. Scissor the legs. Right, so this right hip will go back a little bit. Left hip will go forward. You're creating this kind of a centering. You're evening out the hip points. Reach the arms up. Breathe. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. We'll go into the twist. Bring the torso forward. Extend your left side waist and then hook your left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. Right, create your stability by keep scissoring the legs and push into your feet. Turn your torso to the right side of the room. Keep your Ujjayi breath on. I know so much to think about. Open your arms. I'm going to take one hand down. So my right hip is not as stable as my left. So I'm just going to help myself out here. So breathe in, reach that right arm up, and as you exhale, take it behind you. Squeeze your right shoulder blade in. Try to turn your torso up. Good, take one more breath here. And then as you inhale, unwind your right arm, and then take it down and up, coming into your crescent lunge. Breathe in. Exhale, bring your hands down to the floor, high plank. Shift forward on your toes, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then go back into child's pose. Forehead down, hands forward. Let your body rest. Take a water break. That's what I'm going to do. Come back into your Ujjayi breath. And then plant into your hands, come back into downward facing dog. Look forward, hop or step to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, chair pose. Okay, so here in chair pose, we're gonna go right into a twist. So take your hands to your heart center. As you inhale, lift your collarbones up. Exhale, twist, let's go to your left. So hook the right elbow to the outside of the left thigh. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. You want to continually take this right side waist out and forward. So you create more space for your spine to twist. Open your arms. And then take your left arm behind you. So this right hand is reaching down to the floor. If you want to give yourself a stability point, just take your hand to a block.
Play with that height, because you have something to push into. And then come out and fold. Take your feet about hip distance apart here. Grab your big toes with your peace fingers. Fold over your legs. One more breath. Release your toes. Bring your feet back together so big toes are touching, heels slightly apart. Unless your lower back, if you've got some issues there, keep your feet hips distance apart. Breathe in. Exhale, hands to your heart center, twist to your right. Hook your left elbow. Now make sure you're lengthening through that left side waist so that as you turn, your spine has plenty of room to twist. Open your arms, taking the block underneath your left hand. You want to create something to push into. Now, be careful of your knees. We'll just watch them, right? So what's going to happen is my left knee wants to pop forward, so I'm going to try to keep them together. And then make your bind. So right arm reaches behind you, squeeze your right shoulder blade together, sink your hips. Ujjayi breath. And slowly unwind, coming back into your forward fold. Take your feet hips distance apart again, coming into gorilla pose, and take your hands underneath your feet. So bend your knees here to make that happen. Let your head drop. And then you'll straighten your arms. Well, your arms are straight anyway, sorry. Straighten your legs. All right? To start stretching in the hips. So you create a bind here. So as you straighten the legs, you should feel an increase in the stretch in your arms, your upper back. One more breath. And as you exhale, release one hand at a time. Turn your toes in, fold forward. Inhale, halfway left. Heels in, turn the toes out, forward fold. Bring your feet back to 12 o'clock. Fold over your legs. Inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, hands to your heart center. Good. Take one more breath here. And then drop your hands, shake it out. Shake out the legs, right? It's a lot of work for the legs and the hips, right? So you're increasing the stability in your hip area by doing the standing poses and supporting the twist of your torso. So just acknowledge that. All right, come back into your chair pose. Here's where we're gonna have fun, right? Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Shift your torso weight forward, take the right foot back, and then take it down. Crescent lunge. Exhale, hands to your heart center, twist to your left. So you're hooking the right elbow. Turn your torso, just keep your gaze at the side wall. Now hop your back foot up halfway, and then lean your torso forward. So you've got to shift all of your weight forward until you can lift your right toes up. Maybe looking down at the floor is best. And then slowly bend your left knee, take your right foot back. Inhale, reach up. Coming into warrior three, so just launching off the back foot, reaching forward, and then come back into chair pose. Other side. Shift. So the torso goes forward, left foot goes back, bend your right knee, take the left toes down, crescent lunge. Exhale, twist to your right, so you're hooking left elbow to the outside of the right thigh. Get your torso facing the right side of the room as best you can. And then take your back foot up halfway. Lean your body weight forward. So you've got to do that so that you create lightness in the leg. Right? Have a block here in case I get a little unstable. Right? You can look down. I'm all over the place on this right leg, but that's okay. All right, so you're standing in the twist, and then bend your right knee. Take the left toes down, and then come back. Crescent lunge. Warrior 3. And then take it, chair pose, and then shake it out. Good. All right, so now, right, I said we were gonna work on binds. Now we are. Like, we're warmed up everywhere. So now, we will work into extended side angle and bind an extended side angle. So we've done a lot of twisting and arms back to set us up for, you know, a straight on bind. We could, with all the twisting work, do a twisting bind, but just for today's sake, we'll just stay straight on bind. So take your right foot forward, left foot back. Now your back is going to be parallel to the back edge of your mat, and then bend into your front knee about 90 degrees. You want your strap in your left hand, and just take your right forearm down to the thigh. Squeeze your shoulder blades together so the torso is turning to the left side of the room. Now remember to keep this right side waist nice and long. Reach your left arm up, right? It's got the strap in it. Take it behind you. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. So you see the tails of the strap are hanging down here, so that when I slide my right elbow down towards the floor and take my hand back, I have the strap. So now you see that my torso is like pitched forward, right? So I'm gonna slide my hands apart from each other on the strap and then lift my torso up. So I keep the torso in line with the front leg. Then once I do that, I can kind of take my hands closer together, squeeze my shoulder blades together, and just work here. Maybe the gaze goes up. Right, and this is all we have to do. It doesn't have to be huge bind, right? Now, to see this from a different angle, I'm going to do this so you can see the side. Right, so I got the strap here, taking it behind me. Slide my right elbow down, reach it behind. So here, my hands are kind of close together, but my torso's pitched forward. So I'm going to separate my hands, squeeze the shoulder blades together. So now torso is over the thigh, okay? So that's what that looks like. Now slowly unwind your bind. Whew. Warrior 2. Straighten the front leg, reach forward, triangle pose. And take your strap down. Stretch your inner right thigh. And then come up, warrior 2 again. Straighten the front leg, turn the toes in, wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, rise all the way up, heel toe, your feet together. Good. And let's go to the other side in our extended side angle. So left foot forward, right foot back. So your right foot is parallel to the back edge of your mat. Bend into your front knee 90 degrees. So now we take the strap or a towel in the right hand, left forearm goes to the left thigh. Again, pull this left side waist forward, and then take your right arm behind you. So I'm going to help myself out here because my right shoulder I had a surgery on and it's not as mobile as the other side. So I'm just going to help it out a little bit. And then slide left elbow down your inner thigh or your inner shin towards the floor. And so you can reach behind you and then sit up. Let your hands separate on the strap. You don't have to keep them close together. I want your torso out over your front thigh And then squeeze those shoulder blades together, turning the torso up. Maybe you can get your hands a little bit closer together on the strap. Just keep playing around with that. All right, so you're here, an extended side angle in your bind. Slowly creeping the hands closer together and readjusting. Ujjayi breath is on. And look down, straighten your front leg. Reach forward with the left hand, coming into triangle pose. Come into warrior two. Straighten the front leg, turn the left toes in, wide-legged forward fold, facing the other direction. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to your hips. Inhale, rise all the way up and then heel toe your feet back together. All right, so you heel toe the feet back together so you don't have to hop and kind of cranks the hips a little bit. At least they crank mine. All right, I'm gonna take a little drink of water. We're gonna go back to the right side. I'm gonna play. Get some time to play, but just a little bit. So back to extended side angle, take the strap. All right, and no ceremony here. I'm just gonna take my left arm behind me and then grab my strap. I'm gonna try to work my hands as close together as I can and still keep my torso out over the front leg. So here's about where I can go. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Now look down. And then take your back foot up halfway. Look familiar, we did this before, but we were in a twist. So now we're gonna bind. Now shift your body weight forward. So you want your shoulder, the front shoulder, way out over your front toes. And then lift your back leg. Flex your foot. So here we are in bound half moon. Squeeze your shoulder blades together more. And then slowly, boop, come out of it. Fun, right? Go to the other side. I think it's fun, but I have been told that what I think is fun, no, it's not fun, but it's okay. Ready? Let's go to the other side, guys. So, take your right hand behind you, left foot is forward, left arm comes down to the inner leg, behind you, grab the strap. So find where your torso can be out over the front leg, and then get your hands a little closer together. Right, see where you can go. Squeeze those shoulder blades in. Look down, just to keep your stability. Hop the back foot up about halfway. And then come on your tippy toes with the back foot. Lean your body weight forward. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then the more you can lean forward, the lighter you get on the back leg. Right? Your leg just wants to float up. When it does, flex the feet, squeeze the leg muscles in. Squeeze your shoulder blades together more so you can turn the torso more to the right side. And then come down. Release. And shade out. Good work. All right, so it requires a lot of flexibility in the shoulders, broadening through the chest, twist in the spine, strengthen your legs, but step by step we can do it. All right, let's come down to a seated pose. The floor never feels as glorious as after some really strenuous work, right? Feet are out in front of you. As you inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold it forward. Just a nice forward fold. Doesn't have to be big. I'm gonna hook my thumbs into my hip. Gonna roll the hips out.
Fold forward that way. Keep your chest lifted. Inhale, come all the way up. So we're gonna go onto our backs. If you have a block, have it handy. If not, we're just going into a bridge pose, but if you do have a block, take it between the knees. And then squeeze the block between the knees and lift your hips. And then press into the backs of your arms and your elbows, lift your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and keep your fingertips pointing up towards the ceiling, palms face one another, and fingers are spread wide. Push into your feet. See if you can lift your hips a little higher as you squeeze the block. Keep on with your Ujjayi breath. Three more breaths like this. Keep lifting your hips. Squeeze the block. One more. And then as you exhale, take your hips down, remove the block. Bring the soles of your feet together, your knees out wide for Supta Baddha Konasana. Maybe one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. And start to soften your Ujjayi breath. You still want your Ujjayi breathing on, just less intense. Slowly bring your knees together. Take a full body stretch. Exhale, hook your right knee into your chest and pick your forehead up to meet your knee. Inhale, full body stretch. Exhale, take the left knee in, pick your forehead up. Inhale, stretch it out. Exhale, hug your right knee in and twist to your left. Reach your right arm out to the side. And then pull your right shoulder blade down and in. See if the shoulder blade can rest on the floor. Inhale, come to center, full body stretch. Exhale, take the left knee in, twist to your right. Move your left arm out to the side. Pull the left shoulder blade down and in. Try to keep the shoulder blades on the floor as you twist. And every exhale, maybe you can twist a little bit more. Just don't push it. Just let gravity kind of take you here. One more breath. Inhale, come up, full body stretch. And then as you exhale, take your feet on the floor, knees up.
Go ahead and take your right foot on top of your left thigh, grab behind your left thigh, pull it towards you for a figure four stretch. Flex your feet. And then slowly bring your feet down to the floor. Go ahead and take your feet really wide on your mat and just windshield wiper back and forth a few times before we go to the other side. And then bring your knees to center. Bring your feet back to hips distance apart. Take the left foot on top of your right thigh. Grab behind your right thigh. Bring it towards you. Flex your feet. Take 2 more breaths here. And as you exhale, slowly bring the feet forward. Take the feet wide again, and then windshield wiper the knees back and forth. And then bring your knees up to center and extend your legs forward. Take a full body stretch and make fists and scrunch up your face, like get everything really tight. Try to pull everything into your spine. And then let go. Inhale, full body stretch. Squeeze everything in. And then exhale, let it go. One more time. Full body stretch, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And let it go. Bring your arms forward into your Shavasana. Your final resting pose. Here, let go of your Ujjayi breath. Come back to your spontaneous breath. And let your body just become heavy.
increase the volume of your breath. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Bring your feet to the floor, knees up. Scoop your tailbone forward. Just feel the lower back nice and flat on your mat. Just take a breath here before we move. Roll to your side. Take a breath here. And then bring yourself up to a seated pose. Eyes closed, take your hands on your heart, your right hand first, then your left hand over the right. Bow your head. And we'll seal our class together with a chant of 1 Om. Breathe in. Om. Thank you for sharing your practice today. Together we say,